Hi, I'm Natalie, and in this video we'll continue exploring the ViyarPro constructor. Today we're going to learn how to trim parts. Why is this processing necessary, in what cases, and how to use it correctly? After watching the video, everything will become clear. Let's assume that we need a part for a cabinet plinth measuring 2000 mm by 55 mm, and we need to make end holes for confirmat screws. We go into the processing options and select drilling. We talk about how to apply drilling to a part in this video. Let me remind you that we indicate the coordinates of the offsets to the center of the hole, not to its beginning. To calculate all the values, we will use our overall size of 2000 mm by 55 mm, since now the constructor automatically takes into account the thickness of the edge that is applied to the part. Choose a side, let it be the top side. In the list of hole types, select the hole for confirmat screws and place it in the center of the end. To do this, for the X coordinate, click on the centering icon. For the Y coordinate, the designer has already specified a value of 9 mm, which is the midpoint of the 18 mm thick chipboard edge. This is exactly what we need. The 9 mm coordinate set for your convenience can be changed. Click the Add button and we see our hole in the visualization. The designer shows us an error, which warns that performing this service is not possible due to the part width not meeting production restrictions, which require a minimum of 70 mm. This is stated in the designer's reference information under the production restrictions section. In this case, we will need trimming to size, since we still need to drill a hole in a part smaller than 70 mm. An important point, according to safety rules, when trimming, the main thing is that one of the part pieces must be at least 70 mm. 70 mm so that it can be held in your hands, which means that you need to add another 70 mm to the required size of 55 mm. To do this, change the width of our part to 125 mm. Click on the Edit Part icon and specify the width value as plus 70. This makes it possible to avoid calculating the size yourself. The software warns us about the change in dimensions and prompts us to check the parameters of additional machining operations. As you can see, the error is gone and we can continue working with the part. Apply additional drilling if necessary and then proceed to the machining tab to trim the part to size. In this case, we need a horizontal cut, so we fill in all the values for trimming in this subsection. In our case, the base edge is the top edge. We indicate the required size of 55 mm in the Y dimension. If needed, apply an edge treatment to the trimmed end. Click on the Add button and we get a part of the required size. The grey area in the visualization represents our finished part, while the pink area shows the remnant after trimming. We see two overall width dimensions, 55 mm, which we need, and 125 mm, the size of the workpiece. I want to point out that if we process the end face of the workpiece with an edge in the end processing section, which will be on the remaining part after trimming, then we will also get a remainder with the edge. We see a warning that the part will have a service defect. Curvilinear gluing means that one end of the part after trimming, in our case the lower one in the grey area, will be glued in this way, since the part does not meet the size requirements for straight line gluing. This is not an error, but just a notification for us. You can use the trimming to size service when designing any other methods of processing parts that do not meet the size restrictions in production. You just need to increase the part to the size required by the designer. That's all for now, but don't forget, to avoid missing a new lesson, like the video and ask questions in the comments. See you next time.